We do it every Tuesday. The Monday Night Football games are all wrapped up. It is time for my NFL Power Rankings, the top 10, the Herd Hierarchy, and here we go.
Herd Hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
Listen, they lost, but I still like the New York Giants. They have a winning record, 2-1. That was a very winnable game. They had way too many penalties. But you know what? Eli Manning is completing 71% of his passes. His career high is 63. They're going to get this thing right. They don't have a ton of holes in their football team. Giants at 10.
Number 9.
The Oakland Raiders, yards per game, 436. They're young and they make mistakes. They've got 36 penalties. That's the most in the National Football League. That's why I don't have them higher. But they can pound the football. They can throw the football. 436 yards a game. I'm going Oakland 9.
Number 8.
Kansas City. You know I love Andy Reid. 10 takeaways, leads the NFL. They're outscoring opponents. This is coaching, folks. They're outscoring opponents 39-9 in the fourth quarter and overtime. It is a smart team, much like last year. They don't make mistakes, give away takeaway numbers above average, very good late in games. Chiefs number 9.
Number 7.
I know the Denver Broncos are in everybody's top 3. And I know they're outscoring people big in the fourth quarter. And I know Trevor Siemian has been amazing. But yards per game, this is an average offense. The schedule is going to get tougher. It's like I said with the Cowboys, schedule's getting tougher. Trevor Siemian is a young, talented, raw player. People now increasingly going to get tape. I've got Denver lower than everybody else at 7.
Number 6.
The Seattle Seahawks, like Denver, can get to the quarterback, and they're one of 2 teams not to allow a touchdown pass this year, and they're holding opponents to 12 points a game, second best in the league, and they're holding opponents to 250 net yards, best in the league. So Seattle is Denver. The difference, I get Russell Wilson, who can make plays and has been in this league. I'll take Seattle at number 6.
Number 5.
Carolina's hard to figure because there's some really bad numbers for them. Cam's got 5 picks through 3 games. He's been sacked 12 times. That's tied for the most in the National Football League. They've got 33 penalties. That's the most in the NFC. But I just love their front 7 defensively. And it should be noted, they faced Denver and Minnesota. Those are 2 of the best pass rushes in the National Football League. I like Carolina. They've got to get it buttoned up, though. They're making too many mistakes on the offensive front and with penalties.
Number 4.
Listen, the Pittsburgh Steelers had a bad game plan and got smoked, and it happens. And they're allowing way too many yards, over 400 a game. But red zone, outstanding. D'Angelo Williams running game, outstanding. Antonio Brown perimeter, outstanding. And most of us had this as the best team in the league until that nightmare last week. I still think they're a top 4 team.
Number 3.
Philadelphia is averaging 31 points a game. Okay? They're holding opponents to 9 points a game. It's not that I think this is a mirage. Okay? But I don't think Carson Wentz is going to go 16-0. Nobody knows what to expect with them offensively. Again, nobody has tape on this offense. They don't know what to expect. And their first 2 wins were against absolute dogs. So I like them. And the Steeler win was impressive. And I'll put them 1 slot ahead of the Steelers. But again, let it play out. Give me 3 more weeks, more film on Carson Wentz.
Number 2.
I think the team that really has impressed me a lot this year is Minnesota. It's their first 3-0 start in 7 years. And they lead the NFL in sacks. And they lead the NFC in takeaways. It's a pretty simple story. This defense is fast. They get after the quarterback. They're good at the corners. They've got stars on offense like Stephon Diggs. They're hard to score on. They're really, to me, I believe this team is every bit good enough to win a Super Bowl. I really do. And this is why I fought for Sam Bradford. When you have a roster this good, and it's good, It's so good they can lose their left tackle, their quarterback, and their running back and go into Carolina and push Carolina around in the second half, that they can beat Green Bay, and that Sam Bradford been in town 10 days. I think Minnesota's loaded. I think they just watch the games and watch their speed on defense and watch their playmakers on offense. This is a tremendous roster. Reminds me a little bit of that Seattle roster about 4 years ago before they won a Super Bowl. And you turn them on, and sometimes offensively they struggled, but you were like, wow, that defense is lights out.
Number 1.
What can you say about a team that wins with Brady, without Brady? Here's what I love about New England, though. We know they're always good late in games. We know that. They're New England. And we know they historically have run the football well. They're doing it again with a variety of running backs you don't know. But here's where they've been amazing. With no Tom Brady, with Jimmy Garoppolo and Jacoby Brissett, they've outscored opponents 34-0 in the first quarter. That is coaching. That's what Indianapolis doesn't have with Chuck Pagano. That's what Jacksonville doesn't have with Gus Bradley. That you can take backup quarterbacks and be the NFL's most dominant first quarter team is incredible. And New England is my number 1 team.